guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Spencer.
This is the Board Game Rundown. Today, we are going to talk about Shadow Network from Talon Strikes Studios. This game is what, like 1940s, 50s espionage?
Yeah, Cold War.
Cold War era.
60s.
We are trying to, you're trying to develop the best
Spy network.
And you do that by, now the board is very blank right now because we didn't want to put everything out because we had just put it away and then was like, oh no. But you got basically all these locations around the world and they are going to give you different things. The thing is that when you go to a location to get some form of intelligence or maybe some influence, information leaks to other areas because, you know, spies are and their contacts
are very bad at their jobs, basically.
No, they're a shifty bunch, man. They're always just trying to make a buck, right?
Try to play both sides,
Right. So really, I mean, the gameplay is pretty quick. It's 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And the really fun thing is after you place your worker, you get your stuff, you seed the board where, you know, you leak out the information, and then you're going to spend your turn kind of combining your resources to try to generate to make these
other people's turns doing that.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
you do it on
weird.
the off turn, which
You
is kind
almost
of
do
nice.
more when it's not your turn
Yeah.
than when it's your turn. And
yeah,
I
so
love
you,
it.
You place your worker, you get your stuff, and then it's basically like
Then it's
now
crunch
you go.
time.
Yeah, and then now you're really just trying to manage your resources and create these other things. There are contract cards you can fill to give you more resources or victory points.
And, you know, proper spy network thing, it's a honor system. Because, I mean, I'm working over here. You're not paying attention to what the hell I'm doing.
Correct.
Right. It really you
Play
really
with good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anybody you're like, not sure, not for them.
Yeah.
Don't play with them. Also, if anybody has too much AP, analysis paralysis,
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
I'd skip
It'd be
it.
tough.
I'd
I
skip
will
it with
say
them.
that it's rough because there's so much to do, but at the same time, you're doing all of it when it's not your turn. So it's like this really interesting way of kind of countering analysis paralysis where he can spend all the time thinking he wants as long as he's ready by the time it goes all the way back
right,
around.
you are right. And I'm going to say that they're not going to be ready.
Sure.
I mean,
How bad is that paralysis?
right.
The one caveat is you don't want that person to be the last one to go because then there's nothing to do.
No, I don't want that person at my table.
Sure.
That is what I'm saying.
So
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm also like, no, I'm not going to play this with them.
So we hadn't said it yet. The decal probably popped up earlier, but this is a 1 to 5 player resource management and worker placement game. You're placing out your workers, you're getting resource. And actually, I like the term. I didn't hear it used a lot until I saw this. Then I saw some other places. Resource conversion is like what they call it. So they compare it to the basic idea of Century. You know, a lot of people know the Century game. So you play a card that turns blue into yellow, and then yellow turns into 2 blue, which now blue turns back into yellow. So you have this like engine you're building, right? And so that's a lot of this game is getting different intelligence that turns into other intelligence and almost creating like what's that, a pyramid scheme or whatever? Is that what it is?
That's what you were kind of calling it.
Yeah, that last turn I was able to keep swapping
Yeah,
and to fill another contract.
And you're going to get these. You're going to be able to recruit these characters that you put on your board.
Yep. And
that
they're
handlers.
engine builders.
They're engine
handlers.
builders. And the interesting thing is they only have like 2
So
or 3
many
uses.
Yep.
And then they go back to the
the general
to
supply.
the general supply, so
That's
somebody
how
else
they-
can get them.
That's how they prevent the infinite engine.
Correct.
That's right.
And also, you can only use each handler once per turn, too.
Right.
So that kind of helps
mitigates that a little
mitigate the endless engine as well. Yeah, it's thought out like that. But obviously we'll see if we can get a close up of the board for you here. It looks a little intimidating, confusing at first, but it is really just this many pieces equals this. Your guy needs this.
Yep.
And
That's
all it really is at the end of the day.
I really like the mechanic where you place a worker to get some goods, and you collect all the goods that are on there, and then you seed the board, and the icons at the bottom, you place those information somewhere else on the board, like Tim was saying, it leaks out because then it makes those other spaces more
right.
you
So
wanna go
sometimes
there.
you wouldn't even be looking at that space because maybe you don't need what it
What's at the
normally
top.
would give you.
Right,
but
somebody's
there's
been putting so much stuff on it, you're
so
like,
many
I might as
other
well
good
go.
things. It's
Yeah.
like whoop, and
Okay.
scoop them up.
Yeah,
Right.
I like that mechanic.
Yeah, no, I literally we have a playthrough video of us playing through this game on Tabletop Simulator, and there's literally a part in the video towards the beginning where I said, I don't even like that spot, but you put so much stuff there. I guess I'm going to go there now.
So
But,
I guess like this game is like weight wise. Who is this game for? Because we talked about like kind of how it's played.
I
Medium to medium
think
heavy?
it's medium. I've heard a couple people say it seems a little heavy because of all the
Towards
moving
the
parts.
end.
all the little moving parts, but I really think that once you understand what's happening, once you just sit down and be like, okay, 2 + 2 = 4, I
Right.
get that now. it's going to snap into place. It makes sense.
This
the-
is a
the way
straight
it
up
works.
medium.
Yeah.
I think right down the.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
It's
it
not
starts
overly
off slow 'cause you
crunchy.
only have the 2 workers to start, but then as you build everything and keep going, you can unlock more, and it becomes a little bit heavier.
Right.
But by then you know understand how the game works, and it's not so
Also
bad.
true, and it
But I
tends to
could-
go a little quicker.
I could see this being medium heavy.
medium heavy.
Just because of the engine mechanic that can happen. For some people, that's just too much.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
To be really
yes.
good at it.
If you're
it's too
really
much.
good at it, exactly.
Sure.
If you're
they
really
might be able
good
to
at
do it, but they might not be as.
Oh, I'm not really
competitive
good at it. I just love
we
it.
know.
But if you're really good at it, getting really good at it is what makes it kind of medium heavy because you're kind of enforcing that extra complication
Yeah,
on
you
yourself.
can make it
Yeah.
crunchier than it
Yeah,
has to
sure.
be.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you want to min max it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my only complaint, and this was just because it was a problem that I had constantly. If you watch the playthrough video, that I kept having I kept having a problem with keeping track and paying attention that the milestone markers are like the dotted line and not just every time I crossed a line, a
Yes.
line. And I think though that some of that was because our initial playthrough was on Tabletop Simulator, and I do a lot better when I have something
Yeah,
physical
sure.
like directly in front of me that I can manipulate.
Sure.
So I think had this way been my first play, I don't think I would have made that mistake as many times. Probably still at least once.
Right.
But not like a deal breaker, not like a, oh, guys, this would be more like a, if I was telling someone how to play this game or about it, I'd be like, just pay
Yeah,
attention.
really emphasize it.
Just pay attention to that, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is on Kickstarter. By the time this video comes out, the Kickstarter is going to be done. It's at the time we're filming, it's like so close to
close.
funding.
Probably gonna make it.
It's
And it's
better fun. I
probably
think
going to make
will.
it.
Yeah.
We're making this video anyways because we were all like really excited about this game.
Yeah.
So this is technically just going to be a preview.
Sure.
Right.
And not like a full-on review.
Yes.
Where we'd give it a number. But I would say I would recommend this game. I have been recommending
I would
this
play
game
again.
since I played it.
Yeah,
I would definitely play again.
I don't know why this game has had this effect on me. If it's a mixture of the theme and the worker placement, which I love, and for some reason the resource conversion really works for me in this game because I actually am known for hating Century.
Yeah, I was going to
yeah.
say, you hate...
And hating games like that. And this game for some reason hits so many nails on the head for me. Like I love this game.
So it's funny because we went into the interview, like before, Dan messaged me and it's like, oh, great. This is Century.
It was a joke. He didn't get my text thing, but I was like, "Oh, cool, we're playing Century."
Yeah.
and stuff. And he was like, "What do you
get
mean?"
the
And I was
sarcasm.
like, "Nothing. It was a joke."
But I was kind of worried because I knew you hated it. And then I was like looking and it's resource conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, are we going to go into this and Dan's just going to be like
Poo-pooing it.
trying to be nice?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause
no.
But
you
like,
can actually see. It's funny at the end of the playthrough video that we did. Spoiler alert, I guess. It's just really funny because you say, "Man, this game's really solid." You hear me whispering back on, go, "I loved it."
yeah.
It's like hear me say that back on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, I really enjoy this game.
No,
Great job.
we are really grateful to have had the opportunity to have some people from Talon Strikes Studios teach us the game, take some time, talk to us sort of about the process, and even I mean just about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And we're going to be doing more stuff with them, so I'm really looking forward to seeing some of their other games.
Yeah.
But I'll also, assuming this funds, I think it will. Message them, like keep your eyes open for a late backer pledge. This game was neat, and we just have a prototype version.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And-
and it still looked pretty good.
You're gonna tell the components are gonna be pretty good.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
I guess for the board game rundown, look out for Shadow Network. Check out some of Talon Strike Studios' other games, and I've been Tim.
I've been Bob.
I've been Dan.
I've been Spencer.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.